I know that's gonna happen. I know that's gonna happen. I was preparing for it.
Okay, so the point is now going to before going to Sheikh Suhaib. Now
Yes.
I have something like that beginning. I wanna talk about this. I prepared something.
Sure.
But so Sheikh Suhaib, we know that talking with the teachers and
Yeah.
study with the teachers. We were students. Everyone like
Yeah.
we were in schools, universities. So we know like if you want to study even online or from the books online or from YouTube, it's not the same feeling when you have a teacher that you love.
Of
You have
course.
something feeling in touch with him. You're like in
It's
that's
not
I
just
think that
about
will
the emotional part.
yeah
Yeah.
emotional part. So the point is I want to ask about this. When I have a teacher and I love my teacher, I think it's not like when I ask a ChatGPT.
Of course.
Even
Of
if
course.
he knew the answer. So the point is now I'm gonna. That's a clear point. But I want you
That's an
to please
introduction.
to tell us how we can use ChatGPT,
All
and
right.
does ChatGPT can replace the teacher
All right. I'll
according to
talk
your?
in general, not just about ChatGPT, of course, because this is
Yeah,
not the only thing.
yeah.
Recently, there was a lot of AI models. Yeah, the
Yeah.
AI models in general. There are many other AI models that could be even stronger than ChatGPT in some other aspects, like DeepSeek
Yeah, of
and
course.
everything is
Gemini.
specialized. For example, Gemini is great in now producing pictures, the nano banana technology, and all these things, amazing things. Notebook LM and gathering the information and making summaries of this. I will talk also
So
about this.
Capulet also
Yeah,
Capulet in my.
yeah. Anyway, can AI replace the teacher? I will say something that sounds to be strange at the beginning, but I have to say it anyway because I'm really taking care of AI the past
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. I've been taking a lot of care because I'm a teacher, okay, and everything that has to deal with teacher, especially AI, I need to take care of it. There is a lot of schools already, European schools, okay, replaced teachers of science and teacher of languages, okay, and they replaced them totally with AI. And it was doing fine in terms of teaching and make the students understand. It was doing fine regarding these things. But of course, you are using losing the human aspect. So they put the teachers beside the AI. So the AI is teaching already, the student is interacting with it, and the teacher is giving some help. Okay. Now, if we go back to especially, I'm talking about the field, Islamic teacher, Islamic knowledge teacher in general, Sharia teacher, or Quran, or Hadith, or whatever. The teacher of these topics is hard to replace with AI on the long run. It may happen regarding some aspects. By the way, for example, there is an AI known as Tartil. They were
Yeah.
doing something
I
great.
heard.
Okay, they decided to do something very nice, but it's very scary also. They decided to come up with a lot of knowledgeable people that has ijaza in Quran. I was one of the applicants for this. Yes, they find the people that the recitation is so accurate, and they will give them recordings. They will listen to the recordings, those people, human, okay? Then they will give comments at the exact second in which the mistake is made. And they will write a full comment about it regarding tajweed, okay? And many massive audio recordings, human is going to listen to it and comment on it, and it contain enormous number of mistakes, and you will have to write as a human your comment about every mistake. Now, all of this is going to be entered into a very large AI model that deal with sounds in Tartil. Now, they are not just going to correct your mistakes regarding the recitation if you missed a word or missed fatha, kasra, dhamma. No, it goes to tajweed now. For example, if you did ghunna less than 2 counts, you will find the AI model, AI, not a teacher, modifying your mistake and telling you about it and pointing it out and tell you what you should do, and may also give you what give it in a verbal way. I mean, you can hear you can hear a voice correcting your mistake. Okay, now it's so regarding teaching, on the long run, we may say see amazing things, but still the human aspect still important.
Needed, yep.
Have someone that feels me, someone that interacts with me, someone that I feel like this is a real man now in front of me. However, AI is still also developing characters that looks like you and me, and you can see, of course, the video models of Google is doing amazing thing that you feel the video is so realistic now. So you can do this. Okay, AI can do this. So maybe within 10 years, you will see amazing things. Okay, amazing and scary, of course, because people are going to wonder.
But without emotional, without emotional.
Yeah, not just about at this case, AI could be filled with things that can help it to react emotionally with you. So now things are going. Yeah, this is applicable. This is applicable, but it will take some time. But the growth of AI now is exponential growth. It's going crazy.
You're talking about like in the next 10 years, maybe
in
AI
the next 10
could,
years, you will see strange.
We will see like AI replace Islamic teachers.
It could do. It could do, but not 100%. I will tell you something. For example, one of the things that AI will never replace. I will give you an example for things that AI will never replace. Okay, and also, of course, I will tell you why it cannot totally replace the Islamic teacher for many other reasons I will tell you about. But to begin with, one of the things that cannot replace, for example, the ijazah. The teacher that has ijazah, you cannot put in the sanad AI. You know, I have learned from this from AI and the Prophet. It doesn't work like this. It's not must be true men. So this is one of the things AI cannot replace at all. It cannot replace a person by AI. Okay.
Or also what I see also. AI with tafsir, it's impossible to understand the verses 100% without using AI.
I once tried something about that. I was gathering material for tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha. What really AI was really giving me a great help in, I gathered all the sayings of Salaf, the first 3 generations in tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha. It was more than 200 sayings in tafsir Surah Al-Fatiha, including hadith and sayings of Sahaba and Tabi'in and Tabi'it Tabi'in, the first 3 generations of Islam. It was more than 200 sayings. I inserted all of them in ChatGPT. Then I asked for summary for this. The way it's summarized, I go through the 200, and I go through his text. I just did some small tweaks and refinements, and it was amazing. I use it in one of my series after revision, of course. And this is what I tell about ChatGPT is a great thing, or AI in general, to summarize, to cut the similar things and order things for you and things like this. It's doing great job with this. Okay. However,
but in this case, a quick question: what is the things that ChatGPT or I'm sorry, AI?
Great.
Yeah, AI. I know there's capital. There's a lot of. Not just ChatGPT, but the point is,
I want to say like he's the representative. He's the representative of the AI. That's because how famous is popular he is. Right?
The things that AI cannot replace or cannot.
What is the things? That AI will not be able to replace, except ijazah. Will not be able to replace in teaching.
I will say something else, of course. One of these things very crucial.
Because I want to say. This is very important, Sheikh Suhaib. The point is AI, the students now, they are using AI, they are depending on AI, asking AI, and I think that is not a good thing to at the end.
Of course.
Yeah, let them like just go and learn from AI, because what I saw, and that's happened from my that's happened with me. One of my students, I asked him to, as a homework, to explain hadith. or a surah,
You just
or
go,
just So I asked about that, and I prepared myself to see like what is his answer. When I saw he just took his answer from ChatGPT and he just maybe he changed something, but what I saw, I asked him, and he's 17 years old. I told him, what is that? He said, okay, I went to some books, but then AI helped me to do some things.
I went
I
some
don't know,
books,
okay,
you
but
know.
that's not the right way to go to the sources.
Of course.
It just okay. So in this case, the point is, I think it's dangerous
Of
because
course
at
it
the
could be.
end, I'm gonna check some with that, but at the end, AI who I don't know that I'm not expert with AI.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I what I know is AI could be do mistakes.
Of
Can be.
course.
Well, I think that
ChatGPT is just
100%.
saying it. Every AI model is
Yeah.
saying this. You must have this
Yeah.
file. You cannot find an AI model without having this note. I make mistakes, and somehow it's just written somewhere in the
Yep,
in the
right.
screen. Yeah, it must be written. If they didn't write this,
Yeah.
they
So
will be in
please,
trouble.
what is
Yeah, one of the things you cannot depend
what
on
we will say
AI.
about this?
Yeah, one of the things you cannot depend on AI is, for example, fatwa. Why? Because fatwa is like also giving a
Can
medicine.
you just tell us
Okay,
what is
you
fatwa, just
have
for
to
the
take the
people who know from
circumstance.
America?
Yes.
Yeah. For example, okay, in Islam there is something called hukm and there is something called fatwa. There is a
Cool.
difference between hukm and fatwa.
No.
Hukm is like a general settled law known in Islam, like for example, al-khamr is haram. This is hukm, it's clear, okay? But maybe in some case, I can give you fatwa regarding a certain situation in which you are that enables you to drink khamr because you are in a very hard situation and there is no way to survive without drinking alcohol. There is no water at all and you are going to die. Now, drinking alcohol or khamr, in this case, could turn from haram into wajib to save your life because
Like
you cannot
masturbation,
suicide.
yeah, exactly. You're right. Istimna, for example, like it just said, like if in the Bible Tahara, for example, if someone is like can't really resist himself from the desire, from the shahwa, some scholars actually, if it's like if he will be dying, his testicles will be shrink. Subhanallah. In that case,
I used to have one of my friends who told me about this.
Subhanallah.
It's a real case. If he didn't masturbate, he's in a great danger. He will go and do surgery if he didn't masturbate.
Subhanallah. Exactly. Subhanallah. And that can't be reinforced without having an Islamic teacher in the first place, Mr. Suhaib. What are you saying? What are you talking about, man? You want to make the AI replace Islamic teachers, Mr. Suhaib, Mr. Bara? I'm not gonna forgive you this.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay. So the point is, I'm gonna go with you, Mr. Sam.
Sure,
and the main point. What we can like, what is the teacher? I think we will need teacher every time, every year. I need teacher. I can't do this depending on AI. So the point is, Sheikh Sam, what is can you describe to us? I think like there is some, like, not any teacher I can depend on to go to just to let him teach my son or teach me. So I'm gonna just ask you, Sheikh Islam, can you give us talk about, like, describe the best teacher, the best scholar that I can go and ask him fatwa. I can go ask him, that's my situation, what is the answer? Yeah.
Okay, so just to make sure you question, so you're saying, like, me as a parent, for example, right now, and I have kids, and I want to know how, for example, I'm going to put my son in that person. What are the qualifications? What are the characteristics, the features, the qualities of a person, so that I could be like happy and trusted, fully sure and comfortable giving my son to, and then he's going to teach it. That's what you're saying, right? Obviously, subhanallah, that's alhamdulillah. I mean, that's like it has to go on a process, alhamdulillah, when it comes to the authenticity check. Like, alhamdulillah, for example, we have so many academies, and online academies, and we have offline Islamic centers as well. And when you go to those academies, for example, those Islamic centers, they're already saying this in their presentation about their courses and their presentation about this and this. They're supposed to be saying, passing all those teachers to come there for applying for as a job as an Islamic teacher, whatever. They have to check the authenticity of him, like what is your ijazah, what are your qualifications, and start testing him. And that happens with the interviews, in the academies interviews. When a teacher comes, we have to test him of this, and that's how we're not allowed. Me, for example, as Islam, we're not allowing any person to talk about the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without knowledge. You're not allowed to do that. You're not haram. It's total haram. Subhanallah. So that's one thing. That's a principle we have to be clear with. Second point, if you're a parent and you want a kid to learn or to get some learning or something like that. Wa alaikum assalam. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, brother. No worries.
No problem happened to the internet.
Yeah,
no worries.
Go ahead, please.
No worries, no problem. So, I mean, in that case, for example, we always encourage to go to the masjid and start asking about knowledge. And from there, you're going to find, obviously, people doing this. Alhamdulillah, I'm saying this from the United States. SubhanAllah, I've got offered a few days ago, there was a job offer to be as an imam in Australia. Basically, I got offered this to be an imam in a masjid in Australia. So basically, and when I looked at the qualification, they need someone this and this, and they said they're going to interview you and they're going to do this and this and so on, so on, so on, so on, so. So we have to pass by the authenticity check. We have to pass by, because I can't give my kid to someone who doesn't know. And that's something we always say. If you're following my social media content, I always say this all the time. You can't teach Islamic if you didn't learn. How would you give something that you're really lacking? You can't give the
can you
someone
go more?
Sure.
I'm gonna go with you more specific about this. Yeah, you guys just give us what do you mean of you just give him a test. What is that? Like how should I, if I'm a brother, I don't know, okay, as a parent, they don't know how they should ask this teacher. So I think there's some. It's like, what are you making it hard for yourself? It's like you have a network of people around you, and subhanallah, when you ask and go to the masjid or something like this, or go to the academy, you have to always have a guidance with you. Like, for example, if you are a parent, and you want to go to the masjid or something, and you want to, you went to the masjid and you asked the imam, and the imam is like, I maybe have time, maybe I don't have time. You're gonna try it online. We're gonna try it online. You're gonna inshallah. See. And the kid, what is he learning? And that's something we're going to get back to. You as a parent, you should have a little guidance, because if we have a chain of people, they're unknowledgeable. Like the parent is unknowledgeable, the kid is unknowledgeable, the parents are knowledgeable, the family. So what are you going to do? Like, we have to have a person who is really learning, and that at least that little of guidance, so he could try to differentiate what the teacher in front of me, what the teacher with my kid is doing right or wrong. And that is totally clear through his reports, his follow-up, his work, his behavior, like those, and that's why you can check, subhanAllah. And I could say one thing I've said before. I think I mentioned it before, but I could talk about it again. Once I had a student, and that student is from Afghanistan. He's from Afghanistan originally, and he told me he lived in Virginia, a state in the United States. And when I started teaching him, look at that. When I started teaching him just some du'as, what do you say when you sneeze? Say alhamdulillah. When someone heard you say alhamdulillah, like that kind of process. When his mom, look at that. When his mom noticed that I'm teaching him those things, she just went to the academy and told him, please let the teacher not talk about those things. We just want Quran. We're following the Shia aspect, and we're not allowing anything of Sunnah. Just that little. I didn't go deeply. So what I'm saying here, that's a kind of negative example. So there's a parent, he could differentiate basically what that one is doing and what that is going to put the impact on my son. So, and that could say at the end, because I know that's the end of the show, that shows how clearly, like we talk about this in another show with Brother Suhaib, the importance of his getting Islamic knowledge. And wallahi, it's never been hard now. It's never been hard, and it can't be hard. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It's everywhere.
So
everywhere. It's so easy, wallah. And you could ask Brother Suhaib as well how easy it is, and he could give you some experience as well for himself, inshallah. Alhamdulillah.
That's very good, guys, to have all this information. I'm so glad to have you in this show. It was one of my best, thank you. My best episode was this one, because we were talking about something. It's really, we need this. We need this now to let people know how should I use, what is my religion and what is AI, and how can I do this connection. It's very good to know. pretty good to ask. I'm so glad to have you. Maybe inshallah we'll get just to go talk more in the next episode. Inshallah, that's our end. Like that's the end of this podcast, small podcast. This is Bara from the Middle East. Thank you, Mr. Suhaib, and thank you, Mr. Islam. And ladies and gentlemen,
thank you, brother. Thank you.
Welcome back. I will see you inshallah next week, next Thursday, 1 p.m. live TV on 24 Muslim News. I'll see you. Stay safe.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, brother Suhaib. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Jazakallah khair.
Thank you,
Walaikum
brother.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, brother.